How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Creators Process. As you all know, my name is Jaden, and right next to me I have Bina. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on a very sunny day, a rare winter sunny day, and to talk about what you do. So Thank you so much for taking the time. I know that you have a busy schedule yourself, so thank you for that.
Oh, good, no, thanks for reaching out.
It's my pleasure. So I guess for people watching, so what do you do with yourself?
Well, I guess the obvious is photography. It's my outlet. That's my creative outlet. I think that keeps me something to balance, the everyday life with. Being a single parent and then working full time, and I need that. That option to express myself or feel like I'm not just working and I'm not just a mum. They're just hats I wear, and
absolutely,
I get that opportunity to be me. I need that space.
Absolutely. And as I said before, I really do appreciate you taking the time out of that schedule. Good. By the sound of it, you are very busy with everything. So no, I do really appreciate this time you've taken, and it's good that you use it as a good positive outlet to just create. And I think that's amazing. And how long ago did you start doing photography?
In 2016. So I came to Melbourne with my daughter when she was about 3, and I have an interest in art and painting, and I tried to get into that scene, settling in Melbourne. I'll meet people that way in the art, doing all the classes, and it just wasn't gelling for me. I think I didn't take it as seriously perhaps as others did, and I really struggled, outside work to make those connections. So I think for me, Instagram really started to take off or get that momentum that it is now around that 2014-15.
Okay.
And I took note of that, and obviously jumped on. I thought, it's a good way to meet people in the area or in Melbourne, and to explore. And just through that, I've met I met photographers. And I went, I wonder if I can do it. I wonder. I've never considered that as an outlet. I always did art as my outlet.
Okay.
But I sort of bought a cheapish camera, one lens, and that lasted me up until last year. So I just had the one little camera and lens, and off I went. I was exploring, meeting so many people. It was just, once I got into it, I couldn't stop. You
couldn't turn back?
No, because it just opened so many doors. I met so many amazing people and saw so many places across Australia. Along the way, you just meet people, and that was it. I was hooked.
And the rest is just history.
Probably not. I didn't get on the social media, Instagram too much. I used that as a way to connect. But I probably use it very different to how others use it.
I think everyone does. It's it's just people's way of how they work with social media and all that sort of thing. But you're definitely right in saying how it's just a really good, supportive community, and just there are so many great people to work with, and so what is there not to love about it?
Exactly. I've never had a bad experience.
That's
I can't
amazing.
speak for everyone, but I've never turned up to an event or anything like that and have been walked away feeling this
that's
isn't
always
for me.
Great.
Is this what people are like? It was always just so supportive and welcoming.
You can't ask for anything better. You really can't. That's amazing.
So I'll definitely continue it. Continue exploring it, because you always have to grow. I think that's one of those creative outlets where technology changes, the equipment changes. Maybe your learning doesn't, but there's always new things happening.
So what are some of this, what's the main style you work in?
At the moment, it would definitely be people or portrait. I did life drawings for a long time, since year 11. We're talking a long time ago. When I was in year 11. So I always did life drawings, so I love that artistic view. And I think people you know, they've got the experiences, their expressions, the moment. You know, it's constantly, the opportunities are constantly there with people.
Yeah.
They've got their stories, and in that split second, you're trying to capture all of that. So it's just that constant challenge I love about it. Landscapes is great. You know, you get to travel and all of that. And there's some, you know, beautiful places out there, but people do interest me. So I find portraits now my thing.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you. But yeah, no, like, I definitely love that about portraiture as well, when you said that you can tell a story about these people through photography, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, I find especially for women as well, you know, there's, you know, we know that there's this perception of how women should be and how they should be perceived, and thanks, you know, and all of that. Okay. So for me, it's challenging that as well. You know, women historically are quite sexualized in, you know, advertising, marketing. If there's a photo of them, it has to have this expectation.
Absolutely.
And I want to break that barrier down. You know, got it?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, darling. You know, especially for women, for them to have that voice. You know, I'm allowed to be sexual, but you're not allowed to sexualize me for it. You know what I mean? It's that I want to change that perception. So I really want to break down that perception. I mean, I won't do it, but I'll do my part. I think that'll take a whole generation or two.
But we're slowly getting there. I think that process is slowly starting to get there, which is good. I'm starting to see a bit of that change.
Well, the conversations are occurring, aren't they? You know, people have they're talking more and more about it, and you know, especially for women having a voice, and you know, we see that now. You know, with unfortunate and really, you know, shocking incidences, but yeah, so that's why I find, particularly with women, and when I work with women, if they want to do, you know, whether it be a nude shoot or anything like that, it's letting them express themselves.
Yeah.
You know, it's really overwhelming for them, and it's really, they're really vulnerable in that moment. I want to give them that freedom and let them know that there's no judgment. You know, in fact, celebrate, you know. In
a safe environment and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, like freedom is looking and going, oh, that was fabulous. I look fabulous, you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm not this perception. So yeah, that's what I want to do. You know, I love working in that particular space as well for women.
Yeah.
And for men as well. I think men should be allowed to do it too. You know, if we talk about equality, it's not just
absolutely,
you know, one or the other.
It's both.
Yeah,
you know? It's
both.
Any gender, you know, that we have.
They go through it too. You know, that how they have to be of a particular, you know, what is masculinity? You know, what is it to be a man? They have to be this. And we know that's not true.
Oh, that's it. You know, there's this whole generalization that we have to be a specific way and all that. When it's like, no, it's nothing like that. And you know, it should. And I think that's amazing that you want to try and create that safe space for everyone, not just for one gender or one specific people. It's just, I think that's amazing, and I think it's definitely important because you want to show that. I think for me, through my work, I always try and show that anyone can be photographed, no matter what you look like, and I think, or no matter who you are, no matter what orientation, gender is, like that doesn't matter.
I don't want the Insta models. I want those unique.
You want real people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want that. So you won't probably see me photograph. You know, anyone that wants to be an Insta model, it'll be real women and coming and saying whatever their journey is, whatever their story. Some have, you know, got really traumatizing backgrounds, and they're like, I want to break free of that. I want to.
Absolutely.
You know, be able to tell my story and not be fearful of judgment or reprisal.
Yeah. You know? Absolutely, because you know, you want to create that non-judgmental space, that where people can feel safe, and because you know that's the last thing you want to do is like do something that you love and passionate, and then you just have people judging you for it. You know, I think that's what's great about the art community as a whole, is that there are people out there that do create those judge-free zones, and I think that's amazing. I think that's amazing that you yourself as a photographer try and do that yourself, and I think that's amazing.
Thanks. No, even in the comments, you know, on Instagram, if there's any something that's belittling, might subject the model or whoever to, really harsh, even
Thank you.
get the, anything where they're put down or it's negative, I delete it. That's within my power. I don't entertain it, and you don't get that space with me. So
no, and that's good. I like that you're actually taking the time to look through, see what, because I'm pretty much the same. Like if I see that sort of thing, I'm like, delete and block, because it's
that
like,
simple.
Yeah,
that's simple. You don't get a voice with me. If that's what you want to say,
then take it somewhere else because I'm not interested.
It's not welcome here. So, that's the power I have, and hopefully I share, especially with the younger. Even with my daughter, is you're gonna, unfortunately, you'll experience that in life. But what you can do is go, you know what? That's not. I don't get. I'm not wearing that for you. I'm not your punching bag.
Exactly.
There you go.
yeah. You take it away. You take it somewhere else where I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly right. So you'll find that's probably the control I have on social media. Is
that's amazing. Very
negative
inspirational
comments
as well.
are not welcome. And it's a simple. I won't buy back. It'll be, like you said, delete, block, done.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. I love that. I love that attitude you have, because I think once we get rid of those negative comments, that. Like, obviously, with everything we do, there's always going to be, unfortunately, people. But, the less that there is, the less it will happen. And the less that people have bad experiences, and the less that people will, not go through the traumatic experience of working with bad people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just about trying to get rid of it as much as we can.
Yep.
And I think that's good that you're trying to do that yourself through your work. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm not going to, I won't stop if the model's happy for me to share, whatever the image is, especially if it's a nude shoot. I'm more than happy to. That's part of their story, and I'm privileged. I'm in a privileged position to be able to shoot them and then to share their story. So yeah.
You seem like you're a very honourable person.
No.
Like it's very as in you feel honoured that people would come to you to shoot with you, and I think that's amazing.
Absolutely, it is.
Because you have so many people that, as I think we'll talk about off camera, that they let themselves get to their head, and all that sort of thing. But you're here sitting here going no, I feel honoured that these people have come up to me and said, I want you to photograph me, not anyone else.
Yeah, and this is my story. The fact that they're willing to share it, it's how can I not be privileged by that?
Absolutely, that's amazing, and I think that's incredible that you are interested in creating art with feeling, with emotion, with a story. And I think that's really good, and I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely don't stop doing that.
No.
But yeah, I'll ask you so I guess as a final question, I always like to ask people, what are some of the things that you'll be working on future-wise? Like, what are your plans for it?
I don't know. I think I'm in this space at the moment where I do need to be challenged. Like, I'm ready to take the next step. I just don't know what that looks like. I don't know what that is. I sort of at the moment just doing what I enjoy. If I get the time, I'll go and shoot. If I've got the space, I'll do it. As I said, I do need it. I need that outlook or that outlet. My day to day. Otherwise, it's just Groundhog Day, really.
Repeat,
work, kids, sleep,
repeat it again.
Weekends are the same. They don't get it. So I don't know. I don't know what the future will hold for me. I hope I have a camera in my hand. I just don't know what I'll be doing with it.
Oh, well, I look forward to seeing what you've got planned. I think that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, thanks for that.
So, I want to say a huge thank you for joining me from your busy schedule to talk to me. It's been incredible.
Thanks for reaching out.
It's my pleasure. I've really admired your work.
Thanks for reaching out, because I follow you as well. And
thank you.
See your work, and I'm more than happy to always meet people like yourself. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as I said, that just really shows the great community that we have. So yeah,
absolutely.
No, I enjoy it.
But yeah, so thank you very much. So everyone watching, thank you once again for tuning into another episode
Can you say bye?
Yeah.
Bye.
Episode of The Creative Process. You want to check out Bina's work? I'll leave links to everything down below. And yeah, so thank you once again.
No,
comment.
thank you.
Yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode.